on this special 2-hour season finale of In the Shadow of Big Red Eye.
Feels like playing hide and seek.
We have a beauty eastern goddess snake. Ah!
Big Red Eye. What is it? Some people think it's imagination, some people think it's a fairy tale, but for me, I think it's real. Big Red Eye is a Sasquatch-like creature who's been terrorizing the residents of Sussex County in northern New Jersey since it was first reported by a state park ranger in 1972. Ever since my first expedition in 2011, it's been my personal goal to find out what truly lives out there in the shadows of the night. My name is Mike Familant, and welcome to my journey in the shadow of Big Red Eye.
Mike to Aggie.
Go ahead, you're breaking up.
We're coming in hot, man. We have activity.
Lisa, I think we're lost.
How the hell did we end up in Massachusetts?
The high point for our season finale filming is my team and I discovered this about a little less than a year ago. We're bushwhacked off the trail. We're in the middle of the park now. We're probably 50 yards or so off one of the unmarked trails here, but it's because of this. Now I can tell you that this structure is different from when we found it. There's less to it, so I took some before and after photos, and when I get home today, I'm gonna compare them. But also, what we did is a little kind of a gifting thing. Is we put this piece of garbage that we found. It appears like it was. I don't know what it was, but it's reflecty and shiny. So I'm going to put that just up here so the wind can't blow it. And next time we come up here, and when we get up here, tonight or tomorrow, We're definitely going to check it to see if it's still there. Welcome to Sussex County, New Jersey. We're in my backyard up here. Right now we're in High Point State Park. This is actually the same area that Big Red Eye got its name from. In the 1970s, a park ranger from High Point State Park here saw something in the woods that had glowing big red eyes. He reported it, and thus the name is where Big Red Eye came from. Now, when people think of New Jersey, they think of the Jersey Shore, they think of Newark, close to New York City. Well, in all reality, that's not what most of the state is. The average population density of New Jersey is 1,210 people per square mile, where here in Sussex County, you only have 276 people per square mile. So there's not a whole lot of people. And on top of that, in Sussex County itself, there's over 34% of the land is public land that is protected. That's a big area. So this is going to be where our season finale is filmed, up here in Sussex County, New Jersey. So right now we're on Clinton Road, which has been known as very spooky. There's been a lot of incidents of different kind of things happening here. If you come here at night, there's apparently this big black truck that almost like tries to run you off the road, and then all of a sudden it's gone. There's a portion of the road where if you stop your car, that it actually starts rolling backwards, and you see ghost fingerprints on the front of your car. There's also been numerous sightings of big glowing red eyes here at night, which I think probably is more likely Sasquatch related. Also the KKA operates here, so that'll be fun when we come here at night. What's cool about this property is it's in between state parks, so although the road's busy, once you get off the road, there's not a lot of activity. And what's also good about it is that you need a permit to hike here. So let's see. Oh, another story here is that if you throw this is called Dead Man's Curve. If you throw a coin into the water, it'll shoot back up at you. Someone will throw it back up at you. So, lucky dime, and I swear if this happens, I'm gonna freak the f out. So, here goes nothing. A lot of coins down there, though. If you want to fill our piggy banks up. Yep. Well, we'll be back here either tonight or tomorrow night, and we will hopefully get some Bigfoot activity. Now, this is the area where the witness that I was in contact with has found hundreds, if not thousands, of footprints. He only comes in the winter time, though. It's also where on the back of our t-shirts, the Sussex County Bigfoot t-shirts, is where we have the 15 or 17-inch track that was found. This area is really good. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my word. Yeah, he's just hopping around. Not even paid shit.
This is the same. This is exactly where the 17-inch footprint was casted. here. Came out of the woods up from where the creek is. There's a creek down there, and that's where the wheelbarrow was and the bike in the tree. Came up here and walked down about 50 feet down the fire road and then cut in the woods that way. Alright, so I walked out with Stan and Gene just to show them this location. We weren't able to get out here today to scout it. This is my gifting rock, which I found a partial footprint before. What I would do is I would come and put an apple about every week, and I would enclose that. Huh? It's a rock! And I would enclose it on 4 sides, and so there would be no way to get it. And every once in a while, the apple would be gone. But what's interesting is the rocks were not disturbed. If it was a bear or something like that, then I could see them getting the apple, but then pushing it off. What's really interesting is that rock was not there last time I was here. So, I don't know who in their right minds, we're in the middle of this shale hill, there's nothing. I don't know who in their right minds would put a rock like that. It doesn't belong here, it's obviously concrete, in the middle of this shale hill, right next to my gifting area. That's interesting. You guys want to come up? So, I already checked. I didn't see any partial prints. It's very hard. This is all shale. I don't know if you can see. It's this whole hill. That's what it is. But the print was kind of like down like this. And I mean, obviously indentated into the shale. So I think and that happened right after my apple was gone. So I was just telling the camera, this is my gifting rock.
Oh, okay.
And you can see it's not enclosed on 4 sides anymore.
No.
But that was not there at all. I've never seen that rock before. It would make sense because I would notice it. It doesn't belong, obviously. So that's really strange that it's in the middle of this 20-acre shale hill right next to my gifting spot. That's really strange.
Is that where you gift them?
Yes, right in there, yep.
That is weird.
And the one time I found a partial print, this is impossible to cast in. You can't even, I mean, there's no details or nothing, but it was an indentation, and it was right here. Obviously into the side, and then my apple was gone. So I think someone stepped, took the rock off, took the apple, put it back. That's what I would guess. That was the only indentation I found around this area.
So you have any idea what we heard coming in?
I don't know. There was something behind us, so definitely. I heard it 4 or 5 times on our way in before we come up with that road and path along the base of this hillside here.
Because I see you stop quick, and then I heard something.
It was almost like a kind of noise, but it was, you know how scrappy that makes that little squeak noise when you hunt? Yeah, it was almost like that.
There's a couple times after that I kind of caught like a noise too, and I wasn't sure. It was almost like we were being followed, but I don't know, you know.
Yeah,
it's just really strange. But this area that we ended up in is just, it's beautiful, and
oh, it is. It's awesome.
the wind's picked up though. It'd be nice to do a call, but nobody's gonna hear anything.
No, probably not.
If it responds back.
We are almost like halfway up this hill. There's a little valley there to the next hill.
But yeah, I never expected New Jersey to look like this.
No, it's awesome. It's beautiful.
So we're doing our scouting thing in the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area, and came out to this place called Buttermilk Falls. It's my first time here, even though I do live in the area, but I believe it's New Jersey's highest waterfall, and it's really cool. Gorgeous. Great idea to climb to the top of the waterfall. Now, there are stairs, so we're allowed to. It's a trail. But one step starts with every journey. That's true. Holy crap. Oh. That would make more sense. But I mean, we are gaining some elevation. I think this is New Jersey's largest waterfall. It's 160 something feet. Oh my god. Holy crap. That's all the water that's coming out of that thing? Wow. A little trickle. Imagine when it rains, how those falls must get going. Want a free camo towel? I might take it out. Who knows what that's been there from. Wow, that is... It doesn't look like it's been there that long, really. No. That is straight down. I don't know if you can make out her at the bottom, Jean at the bottom there. I doubt you can see it on the camera. This is just really cool. Appalachian Trail is that way, not too far. Whew. So as we were driving and scouting, I always like to stop if we come across any like puddles of mud, such as this one, just because it gives a very good idea of what animals are in that area. If you get lucky, you'll find a Bigfoot print, but from here you can see definite dog, canine, something or another. Probably a coyote. Looks like there's a ton of them, so I don't think it's a house dog, but I don't know what that one is right there. That looks like looks like a cat print, to be honest with you. There's no claws there. Just kind of see. I don't know if you can see it too well on that, but I wonder if there's any more. That's a large cat, if that is a cat. You can see there's a bunch of little things too, probably raccoons come through here. That's the only cat print that I saw, or what could be a cat print. Some of these are very fresh too, you see. I mean, that one was made probably this morning. Big dog. That's awesome. Alrighty, so it's day 2 of our expedition, and we're out scouting in the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area for some night operations locations for tonight. I think we found one. There's man, it's gorgeous. There's this obviously used to be old pasture land or something. We're right next to the big Flat Brook River, and I think this has some potential. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody else around here, no houses or anything like that. And this would be, I'm sure the deer come down here and graze constantly. See numerous game trails off to the side there. So this will be a good spot for either tonight or tomorrow. And it's supposed to rain today, go figure. We're going to keep scouting for some locations until it does start to rain, and at which time we'll stop, get some lunch, and head back to camp and bunker down for the night. Not sure how many people we have coming. Still kind of up in the air. So that will determine kind of what we do tonight. But you can see this is just gorgeous.
Our wonderful view from camp today.
So, since this is the season finale, we figured it would just be normal to end the season like every episode so far with a torrential downpour. So, it's Gene and Stan, and we are sitting at base camp. We did a little scouting today, and this looks like it's gonna be raining for majority of the night, so yay. We're doing a little sunset hike up one of the fire towers in the area. It's not that hot out, but I'm sweating really bad because it's so humid. But I'll tell you what's worth the view. Night 2 of our expedition, we came down to the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area, and came to this wildlife management area in here that we scouted today that looks very promising for something. Hopefully anything. We found plenty of wildlife signs as we were scouting today. And so it's me and Stan right now, and Gene, Karen, and John are going to be walking around the field. This is separated into 3 fields. So we got
we're going to be going to the 2 further fields, the smaller ones, and they're going to stay up in the main one and just kind of look around. The thermal unit is not doing too good because it's foggy as anything out right now. It rained today, of course, but it's alright. I can see them still, so it's good. And so we're just going to get down as far as we can go. It's so thick we can't even get in there. Start it off with a little whoop. You wanna see if they're in a good spot though?
We're gonna try a whoop. I hate that.
I saw a shooting star.
Right up.
I wish for a response.
That's quite an echo.
After no reply and both teams sitting quietly for about 20 minutes, Team Bravo decides to do a vocalization.
Coming back in.
After thoroughly exploring both the further fields, we decided to meet up with Team Bravo and decide what our next course of action was going to be.
Saying, yeah. Man, you guys are foggy up here. It's not this foggy down the last field. No, not even close to it. We heard your call clear as day, and I didn't hear anything, any response to it. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Is there another place we can check?
Well, Stan, you wanted to go out the other way, off that way?
Yeah, there's a key off.
Yeah.
Off here.
The
I
only
wanted
thing
to check
is,
out,
I would
but
think
I don't.
we'd hear something.
Yeah.
Between.
I mean, even if they are here, they're not going to come out. They don't want to come out and play.
Right.
You know. So we got to find ones that do want to come out and play. Because we could spend all night here, and if they're here, then we're not going to get anything.
No, we would have heard something.
Yeah.
Yesterday, where we didn't.
Yeah, we could do that. We could take a walk. We can take in High Point.
That's not a bad hike.
Oh, it's an easy hike. Yeah, why don't we do that? Are you guys up for a hike? About 2 miles round trip?
Sure.
That's fine, yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, it's an easy hike. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's like hiking through this stuff.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go with that.
It was getting pretty late by the time we got to the secondary location at the lake, so Karen decided to do a call to see if anybody would answer. We sat and listened for another half hour, but since it was getting late and we had another half-hour hike back to the cars, another 45-minute drive back to camp, we decided it would be our best interest to head back to camp.
Alrighty, it's Mike checking in. Good afternoon. We are in Marlon Dickinson Reservation doing our scouting for tonight's night operations. This is going to be one of the spots that we stop. And the reason why we picked this area is about a year and a half ago, on an expedition, we went out to this place, and we were hiked in. It's about a 2-mile hike in, and we were sitting. There were 8 of us. We were all sitting facing this large swamp area, and because that's where we figured that the Bigfoot would be. It's feeding on any of the animals that are down in the swamp. Behind us, it was a pretty legitimate mountain. I think that was a plane. And anyways, so we're all sitting there, complete darkness, silence, for about 15 minutes or so, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this rock. It was about a big softball sized rock, and it landed in between the feet of the person who was sitting next to me. And we all got up and jumped and, looked around, and didn't see anything. But it was obviously thrown. You could hear it come through the trees. We all thought it was like a bear charging us. That's how loud it was. This is also in this park itself. There was a gentleman, school teacher, who saw an 8-foot tall Sasquatch with his kids. Not in this area that we're in right now, a little further south of here. But this is just beautiful here. It gets creepy at night. There are also some stick structure, or tree breaks, I guess, if you will, that we're going to come up on a little bit. Hopefully they're still there. Like I said, that was a while ago. But if we get to them, I'll show you. Alrighty, so we found the stump. We found the stump where the tree that we were sitting on, where that incident happened with the rock, and we're all sitting right here looking into the direction of the swamp, which is that way, which is the other way the camera's going. And the swamp's down that way, and like I said, we were all sitting facing that way. On this stump, there was 2 of us over on that little thing up there, and the rest of us, 6 of us, were sitting right here. And we were dead silent, lights off, no talking. And about 15 minutes later, somewhere from up there, you hear just coming through the trees. And I'll see if I can find the audio recording and put it up. But it's just cool. I think we're gonna definitely come back here tonight. That's not that bad of a hike. I mean, it's relatively flat from.
Like some spots too, where
yeah, we could drop off a team. Yeah. So it's beautiful back here. So we're gonna hike back out, go get some dinner, and then come back. Alrighty, we just made it to Marlon Dickinson. A little bit of a drive from our base camp, but that's alright. We're going to be hiking back to the place that we scouted today. Just getting everything set up here, the voice recorder, new batteries and everything, making sure they don't die. And I have high hopes for this spot, so we shall see. Time on 21:16 hours, Saturday, 10th of September, at Marlon Dickinson. This will be the head recorder. We're going to Pine Swamp. Alrighty, let's gather yonder real quick. So, cell phones on silent. Red lights only if you... Oh, by the way, this is John. That's John, Karen, Gene, and Stan. That's Matt. This is their first time out, so it'll be cool. Red lights on. If you need the white lights, obviously turn them on. If we split up into teams, we'll get the radios situated. Karen, you have the radio or someone? Okay, perfect. We're just gonna walk out nice and quiet. You know, we're not gonna sneak up on these guys, so I'm not worried about being like ultra quiet and stealthy. But once we get to that spot that we were at today on the down tree, we're gonna be like super quiet, lights out, do the exact same thing, look the same way, and just sit there for a while, you know, therm, see what we can see. All right. And we're off. So we made it to the stump, the down tree that we had our encounter, the rock throw at a year or so ago. And we're all just sitting, kind of listening and therming. See if we can't find a stick for a tree knot. I'm gonna walk down this way a little bit. Yeah, okay. Looks like a big stick. There we go. Oh, jeez.
Okay, that might end up breaking apart.
Yeah, be careful of the swing radius with that thing.
Is it the second button down?
To record?
Second button up. On mine.
Yes.
Second button up.
Yeah, press it and hold it to record. I can't see nothing with this thing, dude. Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna do single tree knot.
What the hell was that?
Make sure you get that in the movie.
We sat at the location of my rock throw for about a half hour, doing a couple of vocalizations, but nothing replied, and we decided to check out another area before it got too late.
Alright, meet you guys at the car. If you see or hear anything, radio us and we'll figure it out. Alright? Okay, so we sat at the stump for a while, and we didn't hear anything. We might have heard a knock or two, but that's to be determined. It was, if anything, it was very far off. So what we're doing now is called the Pied Piper technique, where since we have 5 people, we broke up into 2 teams. We are going with. We're heading back to the cars. We walked about a mile, maybe a little more in the woods. We have our white lights on, we're talking, everything's cool. Just like we're normal hikers hiking out. And then the other 2, one has the thermal, and they're going red lights, very stealthily trailing us, just to the point where they are able to see us. So that way if anything's paralleling us or steps behind us in the trail, hopefully we'll be able to catch it on the therm. So, nice walk back to the car, and then we're going to go to location number 2, which is my personal favorite. So we're at our second location, the Sparta Mountain Wildlife Management Area. It's a really good location. I've had a lot of activity here.
What was that?
Tree fell down.
Hopefully by the time you see this, there's still time to stop the chop. They're cutting down about half of this property, the trees on this property, for regeneration of the forest. However, they're selling it for logging and not going about it the right way. So, if they're still able to do something by the time this comes out, make sure you say stop the chop, not to get rid of the endangered species in this tract of land. Anyways, we're heading right now to one of my favorite locations. He's gonna fall off that rock. It's one of my favorite locations down in Sparta Mountain. So there's a couple structures on the way, I'll show you. Okay, so we made it to our first little structure here, and it's changed since I've last been back here, which is interesting. So we were here about 2 years ago, one winter. We were here 1 week and nothing was out of place. Now in winter time there's nothing on the trees, everything was dead. This tree we came back the next week, and this tree right here is at the same angle, except...
What was that?
Here we come. Yeah.
Yep.
okay?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Alright. Now get down. We gotta see which way they go. Probably gonna come up this way. And the trail goes kind of right around us, but if we're low, we'll be alright.
So I figured you'd come back at some point.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go up in the other way. I mean, there's a couple trails, but this is where all the trails are down here. So this is our second time hiding in the woods. First time we lost 2 members, unfortunately. Not lost them like they died, but lost them as in they didn't find it appropriate, so they left, which is okay. But now we're just kind of in the woods waiting for them to come back. We just heard them. And I'll get back to showing you my tree, telling my tree story in a minute. And the reason why we hide, especially when we're back in the woods, is because a couple reasons. One, we don't know what they're doing here. Just as we don't want to know what they're doing here, just as we don't want them to know what we're doing here. So unwanted encounters are not welcomed. Also, you don't know who it is. It could be, someone could just dump a body somewhere, and so that's why we kind of gotta hide. That was a barred owl. Little excitement squatching tonight. More excitement than we normally need. Anyway, as I was saying about this tree, this was, there was no bad storms. We were here 1 week, nothing. Came back the next week, and this tree was here. However, the tree was suspended in the air upside down. So that makes you think a little bit. How did that happen? Now we're back substantial time later, and it is right side up and in the same position. So I don't know. Do you guys want to go a little bit further, or do you want to head back?
Is there any other structures?
There is. It's a ways.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go a ways. That's what we're going to keep dodging.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If there's going to be people coming in and out all night, then we're not going to have any Squatch activity anyway.
No. I was wondering about that when they went by the first time. I'm like, if there's anything here, it moved away.
Well, the first time would actually be okay, because I think this is a good, like nursery almost.
Yeah.
And once they see vehicles leave the area, just kind of like the same technique we used before, the Pied Piper routine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, once they see them out of the area, they're like, oh, okay, I can relax now. You know what I mean? But yeah, if there's multiples and they're all back here, then it's not even worth it, really.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yep. Because I do think this would be a great place to...
Yeah, I think the key to this place is you got to come weekday. We should have did this Thursday,
yeah,
but
if it was...
I really wanted Jesse to see this. That's the only reason. But Jesse didn't come. His ears must be ringing a whole hell of a lot this weekend, because we've been talking about him a lot. The creepiest thing about camping back here was, wow, look at that. The people suck, man.
Oh my God.
Look at all this.
Wow. That's crazy.
It doesn't even look like a bag ripped. It just looks like someone threw all their in the woods.
Yeah.
Pieces of
There's stuff up there.
Yep. And the bear probably got to it or something. And that's, you know, that really irks me. Well, I guess we'll, it's midnight right now. I guess we'll head back to camp.
Check on her.
Yeah, I mean, there is one other place, but I don't know.
I'm feeling bad.
Yeah, I hate to cut your expedition short, though. That's my thing. Like, you came out here to Squatch, and that's, regardless of anything, that's what we should be doing. But at the same time, she is a good friend of mine, so, you know.
Yeah,
it's like,
to do the same thing.
us Squatchers got to take care of each other. Yeah, we got really great evidence this trip. Maybe a knock on a day hike or a night hike. Well, what are you gonna do? You can't make them come out. So we made it to one of a really great area in High Point. When the BFRO was here filming the Finding Bigfoot for Sussex County, this is one of the areas that they came to. And Matt Moneymaker, it was actually, they weren't filming. They weren't filming that night. But Matt Moneymaker and a couple BFRO members came up here. And this is where they recorded some amazing howls. There's a bog. We're right on the road. And there's bog areas both to our right and left. So one thing that I do every time that we come up here is I have this Native American story on my phone. So we're gonna play it. And I don't know if that'll do anything, but it's worked in the past, so.
This is a story about never giving up. A story of giants. 2 evenings later, a storm blew in. Big black clouds rolled across the sky, and the thunder shouted, their angry eyes flashing with the light of 100 suns. But the storm was not the worst thing that happened. Something dark and ugly came out of the night, ripping into the village. Cloud and Plum huddled in their lodge. From the darkness they heard cries of terror, women and children screaming. Something ripped into their lodge, a mountainous black figure. It was Ea the giant, with the strength of 1,000 men, the blackest of hearts, and the bottomless hunger. A hand larger than a grown man snatched Plum away from Cloud and tossed her into a mouth like a large hole in the ground. She was gone. Ea tore apart the village to satisfy his hunger. No one could stop him. He grabbed girls and young women and tossed them into his wide, slobbering mouth, and he was gone. I'm gonna do a call over that way.
As our public expedition came to an end, we didn't get much activity. But that didn't stop me from a couple weeks later going out with my friends Vernon and Christina to see what we could find out in Sussex County.
Oh, crikey. We have a beauty eastern garter snake. Ah! Ooh. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Oh, man. Oh, all right.
We had a beauty eastern garter snake.
Now this area that we're in, you can see it's a shale hill. It's very beautiful. I do a lot of work over here. We have a witness that has found, in the snow in the wintertime, hundreds, if not thousands, of tracks here. Bare human tracks. And what's cool about it is there's 4 different sizes of tracks that he's found. There's the big, and the one that I found, the 15.5-inch one. There's a smaller 12-inch one, and then there's 2 really small ones. They started about 6 inches and 8 inches when he found them. Now, he comes back every year, and the small ones, and they're all bare footprints, and the small ones have actually grown. So, if that's a hoax, it's a pretty elaborate hoax. But what I've done is up in this area is one of my gifting areas, and what I'll do, you see over there, we could take a walk over there actually. This is a great area. We'll probably come out here tonight or tomorrow and do the thermal ribbing out here. But I just want to show you a little bit about gifting. So this used to be my gifting rock, and as you can see, what I would do is I would put an apple right in here, right? And then I would put the rocks, there was another rock here at one point, and I would put rocks so nothing can get at it, per se. And what would happen was the apple would be gone. But what's interesting about it is there would be no trace of an apple left. So it's not like something kind of got it. And if it was like a bear or a raccoon, a bear could definitely push this off, but it wasn't moved. So what is that? No signs of ants or anywhere or any like little small things. And the one time, this winter when I was here, I did the same thing. I came up and checked it, and there was a large, it was right in here, there's a large indentation in the shale. You couldn't see any toes or anything like that, but it was obviously that something stepped here. What it was, I don't know, but I think that's really cool. And there's no one else out here, and no one saw me put the rock or the apple underneath the rocks. So what does that say? I don't know, but alright, it's Mike checking in. It's with Vernon and Christina. We're doing a night hike here in a couple different places. This is going to be my last time Bigfooting this season anyway in Jersey. If you guys haven't heard by now, I accepted a job out in Ohio, so that's going to be cool. But we're going to this place tonight where there's been some reports out of. We're just going to hike up to the summit of this mountain up here and see if we can see anything. And if we do, we'll hopefully record it on video.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can see it. That's awesome. So we just, I mean literally, I just finished filming that opening scene right now. And I just took out the FLIR, and we do have something that's a heat signature. It does look like a deer. 2 of them. Oh yeah, there's 2 deer?
Yeah. The one is easy to make out as a deer, the other one is just a form, but it's right next to it. There's other. This is crazy.
Let Christina see.
Yeah. It's like straight ahead, as soon as on the hill, like on the horizon.
Oh yeah, there's two of them.
That's how many yards away would you say, or how far away is that?
That's probably 75 yards. The thing says it can go 100. I think it can go a little bit further than 100.
Really? That's only 75 yards about?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know, because it's dark, your whole perception is off.
Yeah.
It feels like that's like a mile away.
Where'd they go?
They're gone?
We've been hiking for about 3 hours, straight uphill. It's probably like been 10 minutes, but we've already came across 3 deer just in the maybe quarter mile that we've hiked. I don't know if you can see this terrain, but it's pretty. I mean, there's a good path, but it's going up. There's been reports here. We're actually right in the middle of 2 reports. This is pretty much the cross-section, what would be the middle of the park. I have to take my hat off. I don't think I can. We are really
Out of shape?
out of shape.
I really have to. Hold on a second, because I really do have chest pain.
Chest pain.
2-3 months.
Do you want to sit and relax for a sec? Like a little longer break? I don't want to. This is my last time out. I don't want to kill anybody.
No, I'm fine. I just gotta catch my breath.
I have a good track record this year. So those first 2 deer that we saw them laying down in the meadow as we were walking in. We got some therm of it, and then we saw them run, and they booked it into the woods.
You see something shiny?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's a sign, yeah.
Maybe those are just signs.
And as we walked in just right inside the tree line of the woods to start our climb up to the top here, Christina was telling me a story in Vernon. What did you say? What did you say when you said the deer were right next to you?
Oh, yeah, you're right, son.
You're like, oh, son! And he jumped up. I'd never seen Vernon jump so high before.
I have, with the snake.
It's so funny.
Yeah, definitely with that snake that one time.
You gotta love squatching.
Oh, that's fine.
For being overcast, it's remarkably bright out. It is now fall in Sussex County. Had our very first we passing these signs along the way. They have numbers on them. Vernon just said, I hope they're getting smaller as we get closer, which I think they are. But as I was saying, it did snow already once this year a little bit, and it's remarkably nice for actually having snowed. It's probably 55 degrees out now, be a little chillier. Perfect for a night hike. The next hike is a lot not like this, which is good, which is very good. This is the 4th deer that we've seen up here. That is so cool. Want to take another look in the therm? Yeah. But yeah, the bobcat was really cool. Oh, I think did it just go away? Oh, it's moving. It's on the move.
Yep, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, this is different too. This is new. I remember this tree being down here, but I don't remember that. Let's take another look at this. So the tree is in the ground, still alive.
Serious wind and weather.
I mean, we've had some weather, but not, I mean, see, it's underneath. It's underneath the...
Something weaved it in.
That is very... Look at how it goes around.
But look at how it's like weaved in and underneath.
And it goes underneath this dead tree that's been here.
Maybe the tree is what fell and knocked this over with it.
Yeah, but I think this tree was down if I remember. Take a look. So, yeah, no, this isn't... Well, that might have been new, but... I don't know. You might be right, Vernon. You might be onto something, because I do see where people have stepped on it though, so it's not that new. It's interesting. Like I said, this is in a very decent area for a Bigfoot. Alright, so we made it to our destination location for our little first night hike, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but beautiful fire tower.
You like fire towers?
Yeah, you can barely see it, but there's red lights out there. That is, I believe that's Port Newark.
Really?
And behind that, which you obviously can't see on the camera, is New York City. You can see Freedom Tower. I'm narrating this because, you know, I want you guys to get the best view, which you can't see. You see Freedom Tower.
That's all the way to the right?
Yeah, to the right a little bit, yeah. The tall one. But it's freaking beautiful. So funny. Reports of an unknown hell in New York City. Alright, you guys ready? I'm gonna head down and sit down there for a minute, I think, and just relax. Yeah, from down there. Because this is still, I mean, we're still at the highest point in Morris County, so. This is very interesting getting down here. Well, that's an awesome way to end my experience here in northern Jersey, seeing the New York City skyline from my home area, about 40 miles away. It's actually almost from here to downtown Manhattan is almost exactly 40 miles. It's weird to think that there's been sightings of a
large, unidentified, bipedal, hominid type creature in an area that you can actually literally see New York City. That in itself is pretty mind-blowing to me.
His eyes are actually two different colors.
Yeah?
One's blue, one's green.
There's another one to his left, which is behind something, you can't see him, but when I was walking up, I thought, alright, dude.
That's what I was just saying before. I guess I didn't record, but I don't know. This is a season finale episode, and I'm just now learning how to operate the camera, so that's perfect. That's a good thing. Just on our short 3/4 mile hike or so up to the fire tower up here, Spider. Yeah. There you go. Just on our 3/4 mile hike up here, we have came across. Yeah.
Another one?
It's probably eight or 9 deer that we've just came across. I want to get this one on video because yeah, that's probably the 12th deer, 13th deer that we have come across, and it's just insane. This is a hunting area, so I don't understand what I mean. What? It's in season right now, so that's why I don't really. I mean, at this rate, I've been in the woods a lot. And I've quite honestly never seen the amount of deer in just a short area, too, a very small area, than we have seen tonight. There's also a very high black bear area, but we haven't seen any signs of black bear yet.
Oh, that one just ducked down.
Yeah, now he's up again.
You keep right there.
He's turned away.
That guy's like playing hide and seek with us.
Now he's looking.
Yeah, do one. Yeah, do a whoop.
Whoop! Whoop! But I forgot how it sounds. Whoop!
It's a good echo. Yeah.
Alright, 2 of us just thought we heard a knock, so we're going to reply to it. Whenever you're ready. So we just got back to what I thought was some like Blair Witch Ruins shit, but looks like they fixed it up, and it's actually looks very nice. And I don't know if there's anybody here or not. There's not supposed to be, I didn't think. Let's do a perimeter sweep around the building, just to confirm no one's here, and then we can resume our squatching. It's probably a rat or something small. I got that on video too. So we made it to this place on the border of Sussex and Morris counties, and it's a beautiful lake here in the middle of nowhere. Closest house is, we just checked, about a mile away. We think we hear some people partying. It's a Saturday night. We're sitting out on this dock, and we've been here for maybe 10 minutes or so. And I think Christina's going to do a wood knock off the dock here. See how it sounds. Christina, you want to do a wood knock? So we sat for a little bit on this dock, and it's a perfect place to do a howl. So we're gonna let one rip. Let's see if we get any reply. This is gonna echo like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on the hike around the lake and came across this. What's interesting about it is there's nothing that is below it, and there's nothing on the far end that would have caused it to come down. It's at about 7 feet off the ground, give or take. So, again, nothing really conclusive about it, but I was looking sometimes in the tree breaks. What you'll see is, I've seen it once before, is actually you'll see like fingernails where something's dug in. But that's, I mean, way too high for a bear. We don't have large black bears around here. We do have a high black bear population, the highest in the Northeast actually in Sussex County, but none that'll get up that tall and knock over. Yeah, petals. That was actually filmed, the first filming of petals was right down the road. Yeah, Oak Ridge. I don't know. I'd say we stick closer to the lake though. Just another one of those, make you scratch your head. So we're hiking. We came across this. It's obviously an uprooted tree, but that's a den if I've ever seen one. I'm just gonna try to fleer in there and see
If anybody's home. Yeah, I don't see anything in there.
Huh. Yeah, you go ahead first. Don't do it, Vernon. Are you crazy?
What?
What are you doing? Going in there?
I don't know, I heard something.
Okay. So we just came across with this little shrine thing, and this is some Blair Witch right here. This used to be an old monastery. The property that we're on, it's now state owned, but I mean, you know, the cairns, it's cool. A bench.
So, you know, as loud as we are right now, walking through the leaves.
Right.
It's, you know, it's falling, all the leaves on the ground. It's being really loud walking through the woods right now. I mean, that means we'd be able to hear anything nearby as well, because of that, because of the leaves on the ground. You hear all the crunching that we've done. Because I'm just listening to us right now. I feel like we're being super loud.
Yeah, I agree with that. However, I will say that like if you take us walking through here, right? We're not going to sneak up on anything at all. And but if you put a Native American out here that knows how to walk in the woods, you might have a chance. And I think if Bigfoot are as intelligent as we think they are, I think they would know how to sneak up on something. Right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, that does make me wonder also how with the Native Americans, how quiet they are able to be. So, you know, back then, they were able to tread so lightly in the woods like that now.
Well, I think first thing, they wear shoes designed for the terrain. That was perfect timing. And yeah, I think we're just bushwhacking right now. And I think also that they have adapted to walking differently, so instead of just like heel to toe like we do, they actually roll the outside of their foot. And if you even try that with your shoes on right now, it makes a big difference. So that could be something that also the Bigfoot have adapted throughout the years. Who knows? Obviously, can't ask them.
You're gonna eat this bun sitting here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want it.
No, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get
them off of there?
Yeah.
Since this is the season finale episode, I figured I'd give you guys some stats on the show and also just generally what we did this entire year. The show took 296 gigabytes of space
with approximately 70 hours of raw footage, which totaled out to about 150 hours of editing. That's just for the show. Now I did go out and not film, or sometimes it didn't make the cut. I spent a total of 38 nights camping this year. I've driven a total of 4,401 miles over 6 states, and I've spent a total of 1,012 hours in the woods personally, just in 2016. My whole team and I have spent collectively a total of 3,413 total man-hours in the woods in 2016. And I wouldn't change that for the world. Bigfooting has brought me to some spectacular, just remarkably beautiful locations. I was able to explore nature and have fun with my friends and make memories that I'll have for the rest of my life, but more so, I was able to share my adventures with all of you. If bigfooting's not for you, that's okay. Try hiking, backpacking, camping, fishing, learn survival, anything to get you out of the house. By making this series, I hope to inspire you, your friends, and families to get outside and spend time together. Whether you find anything or not doesn't matter at all. You won't remember that possible tree knock, you probably won't remember the drive, but you won't forget the trip, and you won't forget the journey with the people closest to you. Thank you for sharing my journey. My name is Mike Familant, and I'm signing off for In the Shadow of Big Red Eye.